Welcome to Backstories, the podcast where we dig deep into the untold tales behind the people, places, and moments that shape our world. Every month, we'll uncover the hidden narratives that inspire, surprise, and challenge us. So, grab your headphones and get ready to journey into the past, one backstory at a time.
This is Jill. The story is called Stuck in the Pit.
Hi, my name is Jill. I live in Columbia, and I have two daughters. In 1996, 97, my older daughter was 5 years old. My younger daughter was just over 1. And we were driving back from Baltimore back to Columbia, and for some reason we wound up on 108 on Red Branch Road, and we saw a sign, and the sign said, "Open house gymnastics, come in." And I was like, great, let's do that, Ben. So tell my husband, and we drive in, and it's a really nice gym. I don't know if you've ever been in any of these gymnastics gyms, but it was an old warehouse, and it's huge. It's also summer, and it's also not air conditioned. So it's kind of stifling in there. There's big fans that circulate all the time, but it's very hot. This also happened to be the time that I was probably the heaviest I have ever been in my whole life. So at 5'1", I was probably a little over 200 pounds. Pretty heavy, pretty not athletic. So we go into this thing, and we divide and conquer. My husband takes the older child over to the things with ladders and rope climbs and things like that. And I take the baby to one of the pits. And a pit is when the people do their gymnastics and they do big flips, they land in a pit. And that way they learn how to land properly, they don't hurt themselves. The pit is probably about 6 or 7 feet deep, and it's filled with huge blocks of foam. And I had no idea what a pit was, so my kid, she wanted to go in the pit. I put her in the pit, and I was sitting on the side of the pit. She starts kind of crawling away. This kid was, as soon as she got 5 feet from me, she, I want to come back, and she wouldn't move. And she starts crying and starts with her, I was not the most calm mother on the planet. And I was like, oh God, I have to get in the pit. So I got in the pit, and I went over to her, and I picked her up, and I brought her to the side, and realized that the pit was here. If I was going to put my hands on the pit, this is what I would be doing. And I was supposed to be able to pick myself up from the pit through all these things of foam. I was stuck. I was pouring with sweat. There's people around. I'm like, I don't know what to do. They go over and get one of the gym guys, and he says, here, I'll just pull you out of the pit. I said, no, you're not pulling me out of the pit. You have to come up with another way. So he came up with another way. They take a big mat, and they lay the mat on the floor and halfway onto the pit, and I, whale rolled myself onto the mat and then climbed out of the mat to the pit, pick up my child, and then walk down. And I'm like, Ben, you have no idea what just happened to me. I was stuck in the pit. It's like, what pit? What are you talking about? And I was like, it was like 10 minutes. I was stuck in the pit. But the guy got me out of the pit. That's the story about being stuck in the pit.